you needed a sign to quit your job and to find your purpose, here it is. I'm Taylor Dominguez, I'm 27 years old, and I recently left my 6-figure law enforcement job to pursue my passion to cut hair and ultimately dedicate more time to content creation. Disclaimer, this video is not meant to promote absolute recklessness, and I'm not a guru or an expert life coach. I simply just want to take the role as a guide to help navigate some of those uncertain thoughts that you might be having. Now, I've posted and shared my story on multiple social media platforms, and I've received a lot of mixed opinions, whether I made the right decision or the wrong decision. Now, ultimately, there was only one decision for me to make, and it's the one that I made. Respectfully, this video is not for those who thought I made the wrong decision. This video is for those who heard my story and thought, me too. For anyone who feels stuck for whatever reason in a job that contributes little to nothing to their lives besides the paycheck. For the people who don't have anyone to look towards for advice, whether that be because you're ashamed or embarrassed for your dreamer-like thoughts, or simply because you just don't have a network of supportive people in your life. I know in my case, I experienced a lot of shame and frustration for how I felt. I've been told time and time again that a job is just a job, that you don't have to love it, you don't even have to like it, you just got to get it done. Now, I agree to an extent that a job is just a job in the sense of it's just a part of our human experience. And the career you have shouldn't dictate your happiness, but it would be foolish to think that it doesn't play a role in it. I guess I'd like to challenge the thought, why wouldn't you want to love your job? When as a society did we just accept that the number of zeros on a check and a title was an even substitute for happiness? Don't get me wrong, financial freedom should be on the top of all of our goal list, but why can't we obtain that doing something that we actually care about? Let's create a life that's not just surviving, but a life that's actually worth living. Now, I'm a bit of an overthinker, and when there's too many things going on in my head, I hit a traffic jam and I'm unable to see things clearly. So I made this very simple 3-step strategy to help navigate some of the thoughts that you've been having circulating, leaving your job or not, and finding what else you could even do. The first step is to be honest with yourself. Are you having these feelings because you had a couple bad days at work or because your boss is annoying you? Or, like in my case, has your time run its course in your current role? Are you dreading having to clock in for each shift? Is the stress and the anxiety of your workplace following you home? Or is your heart just simply not in it anymore? Once you've answered step 1, it's time to move on to step 2, and that's the brainstorming. I want you to create a list of things that you're passionate about. Everyone should be able to come up with a few things that really excite them, something that they're genuinely interested in. For some people, it might be super easy and straightforward to fill out that list. Others, it might take a little more time to really figure out what it is that we would love to do. Once you've jotted down a few of your passions, we're going to move on to step 3. Now, step 3 is creating that game plan. It's no secret that passion alone won't pay your bills, but it is a main component to this formula. Without passion, you'll eventually hate the job that you do. So with your passions in the back of your head, what are some things that you're good at? Or let me say this, what would you be willing to put time in to be proficient at? Once you've dialed in what you're passionate about and what you're good at, the next thing is, how can we make that profitable? Now, all 3 components need to be figured out for your plan to ultimately be successful. Now, this is all very plug and play and meant to be used as a template for you to fill in your own answers. To give you guys a practical example, I'll use my passion for barbering and my interest for content creation. In step number 1, I was honest with myself. I attempted to visualize myself as a police officer in the next 5, 10, 15 years, and that thought was unbearable. 2, I had a genuine interest in wanting to create. I was never good at art growing up, but for some reason, when I have that clipper in my hand, I feel like an artist. And like most, I grew up chronically online, and I looked up to those who went against the norm and posted themselves online and created their dream life. That leads us to 3. I was not naturally gifted. Numerous hours, years, and education has gone into my development as a barber. I knew from an early age that I wasn't going to be someone who just sat in the audience and watched others doing what I dreamt of. I have a genuine care for people, and I want to be able to add whatever value or motivation that I can. And so, how do I make this profitable? Well, being a barber is a job. Cutting hair is a service that I provide in exchange for money. And I know content creation is more of like a lottery process, but I don't let that discourage me. If other people can do it, why can't I? I know this is a lot easier said than done, and trust me, I'm a testament to that. This is not just a decision that I made overnight. It took a long time for me to gather the confidence and the clarity to do so. But the biggest takeaway that I want you to have from this video is that I did it. And I'm not different from any one of you watching this video. If I can do it, you can do it too. You are never stuck. It is never too late. You are not a failure. You are just simply taking a step back, reevaluating, formulating a plan, and creating a life that's worth living. If you've watched to the end of this video, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. My journey is nowhere close to being done. If you guys want to continue to follow along, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. It helps let me know that my content is reaching the right audience, and it really motivates me to continue to share. God bless you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.